Oh, it's not just a cloudy and rainy morning here in Pennsylvania. It's also in the stock market. Today, we've had some incredible companies go on sale, in my opinion, that I'm planning to sell some cash secured put-ons, which are perfect for the wheel strategy. I'm going to share with you some of my top plays right now. And if you just drop a comment down below, I'm going to give you my earnings season survival guide completely for free, no opt-in. Just drop a comment and hit that like button, that subscribe button. And of course, I hope you're having a God-blessed day, guys. This is what we've been waiting for. Us option sellers. Listen, the market's been on an absolute tear. It's been slim pickings with the cash secured puts, but now this is where we get to deploy some of that juicy dry capital. I just got off my pre-market call and I'm hitting the juice button, that's for sure, at market open. And I want to share with you guys some of the plays that I'm eyeing right now. We've had incredible earnings and also great earnings and companies dropping like rocks. One of the biggest ones right now that I see is CMG. Now, I'm not personally touching CMG. The only kind of like food kind of company that I get into is McDonald's. When it rarely, if ever, goes on sale, we could see CMG down 21%. Now, I quickly want to hit on this one, guys, because a lot of you do sell puts on like Chipotle, and I know some people in our community did it as well. What do you do in a situation like this? So I just want to briefly talk about this, if this is okay, because I know some people will get caught up in situations where they sold puts on, let's say, Chipotle at 35, and then it took a dump here of 22% nearly in pre-market. What do you do here? Well, guys, the reality of the situation is, honestly, you don't have that many options, like pun intended. That's just the reality of selling puts on companies. You will most likely have to take assignment. Now, if you were waiting and typically on your technicals, right, and you did it at proper times, you shouldn't be that bad off, to be honest with you. You shouldn't be that bad off. Right now, it is down, but what you can always do, right, is factor your premium into what your assignment is. If you're even getting assigned, most likely, if you follow any of the rules here on the channel, you should know you should never have your stuff expiring during earnings week or the week after earnings week, because then you don't get, you could give the company a little bit of time to recover, right? So first thing, relax, take a breath. Right? We ain't options buyers here. We juice chasers. All right. So give yourself some time, right? Let the stock see if it recovers and then weigh your options. We are not the options buyers. The options buyers, they're the degenerates. They're the lunatics. They need something to happen within 5 minutes or they got to sell their house, right? We don't have to do that. You might still have a week or 2 weeks till your expiration. Now, if your stuff's expiring on earnings week, let this be a lesson to you, right? This is one of my tenets of option selling. Never let your stuff expire on earnings week or the week after earnings week. Right? Why? Because you probably got greedy, fam. You got greedy. You wanted some extra juiced up premium, so you decided on earnings week to let your stuff expire. And guess what? That's a lesson you've learned, and guarantee that's going to be a helpful lesson for you in the future. But you can always dollar cost average down. When a stock drops 21% and you still fundamentally believe in it, nothing has fundamentally necessarily changed. This thing's going crazy. But with that said, you can always get into some more puts. You still believe in it. Why'd you believe in it yesterday? Now all of a sudden you don't believe in it. I'm not making a case for CMG here. I'm not an investor in CMG, nor do I want to be, but you have to think about what convictions you had, because if you just listen to some dude on YouTube for financial advice, again, lesson two, that's why I always say this takes time. You build your core conviction watch list, and over time, over years and years of doing this, like I got my screener up, I got my about 150 stocks in there. That's all I sell my options on. When the opportunity comes like it is today, we getting it, right? We getting it, fam. Market is open officially, 9:30, guys. So what are some of these setups that I am eyeing here, okay? First one I'm watching is eBay, okay? Let me go quickly refresh here since market is open now. Down 13%, okay? What I'm going to be doing for eBay here once our chart loads is we have now touched at the bottom Bollinger Band, off into cliff. Good earnings, bad outlook. I don't give a crap. I do believe in eBay long-term. What's my play? I need to see this where this lands. There's a lot of companies that are dropping like 10, 15% right now. And so for me, it's patience. I got to be patient, fam. I still got to see where this knife falls to see where I get that support before I jump into some puts. Me, for the here, I want to be between the 200 and 300 day moving averages. I want to look at some 75 cash secured puts puts if it allows me to them. Now, the premiums are probably already juiced up for eBay at the 75 puts, but I want to see how far we land. That's the best part as an option. So I can wait till tomorrow to do this play. If this thing continues to drop and holds, stays all red throughout the day, I have no problem. Let's see how red it goes till tomorrow, and then I'll sell my cash secured put tomorrow. Nothing wrong with that. I don't need to chase, right? I don't need to chase, right? I get to dictate my terms as an option seller, and that's why that is the best. And of course, I always make sure that my ROI and collateral is the number one North Star. I can't stress it enough. If you don't know what your ROI and collateral is, your premium divided by your collateral, whether it's shares or your money, whatever that goal is for you, make sure you're following that. Use my calculators. All my calculators are free. Second link in the description. 2-hour Ark Options Strategy training so you can learn how to use this and implement this strategy into your life that I believe is the last strategy. Give me some amens in the comments if you believe the Ark Options Strategy and the Wheel Strategy is the last investing strategy you're ever going to need. For me, it's going to be my primary source of income in my retirement years. And I am, I'm just so glad that I started doing this 7 years ago, and I wish I started sooner. That's why I started this channel. Second company that we're watching is Merck. Also, great earnings, bad outlook. What does that mean to me? Okay, a little bit of short-term noise. Now, this thing didn't drop like a rock here. It's only down 2.6%. But listen, guys, a company like Merck, great dividend payer, great Ark Options Strategy. For sometimes, guys, I'm just going to jump in even if I can't necessarily get the perfect setup. Now, I do expect that Merck may drop a little bit further throughout the day. I want to see if we can get back to this like 77 level. It seems like we do have a lot of support right there. So I want to see, right, if we can get back there. That'll put me right at that bottom Bollinger Band area for some 75s. I would love to do some 75 puts on Merck if that's possible. Obviously, it's not always possible, guys. Like, this is the stock market. These things can recover. But I do love, we are right now at a key level right now with actually Merck right now as I'm recording this. We are right at our 200-day moving average, which is a key support level. So we will obviously continue to monitor that. If we continue to drop below that, I'm just going to be patient and see where we kind of fall. But you could see it's just that, it's that textbook. It's that textbook, hit the top Bollinger Band, be patient for a little bit, fam, and we come back down. This is all it is. It's all patience. That's literally it. And unfortunately, us as humans, we love the dopamine. We love it, love it, love it. We need to be injected with it all day long. But that's what I love as an option seller. Now's the time for me, right? This is now where I can start. Right? Unloading some of this dry powder that I've been holding on to, all right? Next one that we're getting into or I'm watching is Altria. You guys haven't heard me talk about this one in a while. Down 7%. Keep going. Please keep going. I'm looking at 55s on this already that I was speaking about. Yes, keep going. Keep going. This also great earnings. Not a bad, not even that bad of an outlook. Overblown in my opinion. Do your own research, not financial advisor. Literally, you're going to lose money if you listen to this channel. But with that said, we're live right now at the 300-day moving average, where we're going to see, are we going to see some support at that key 300-day moving average level? Love where this is at. Going to be opening up a position. I always wait. Another tenant of mine with selling options, don't trade for the first hour. So I need to see where we're at in about an hour from now before I jump into it. I always do that. That's just one of my tenants. And I'm actually thinking about shooting a video with kind of like my 10 tenants of options selling that I want to compile. Let me know if you want to see that also in the comment section. But I love Altria. Great dividend. Great for my Ark Options Strategy. You guys already know I love dividend payer stocks, right? When I can get a dividend payer stock assigned at a great price and then I'm running covered calls on it, I'm getting a great dividend annually. Plus I'm manufacturing myself a dividend every month with my covered call premiums. Oh, it's like the knockout punch, guys. It is literally the knockout punch, and I love it, right? Because I've been patient here, and now it's time for me to start getting into some nice positions here. So Altria is another one. And then we obviously have some issues happening on our public portfolio here on the channel. We got some issues, guys. We gotta figure this out. Tomorrow we got our Kraft Heinz stuff expiring, right? That is our 27 calls tomorrow expiring. I'm gonna immediately flip it Monday. Sell my covered calls at 27 again. Hopefully I don't have to go out too far. Our Snapchat most likely not gonna get assigned. I'm gonna check if I can even close that out potentially today. Last time I checked, Snapchat was trading around 770 as well. And then Kenvue, not doing so good, guys. Kenvue, come on, Kenvue. Let's get back to reality, Kenvue. I still am very bullish on Kenvue. I think this is incredibly overblown for such a fantastic company with a fantastic suite of products that people literally will never, ever stop buying, in my personal opinion. But with that said, we're going to have to get into some situations here. And obviously, if you want all of my trade logs here that you guys are seeing, as well as my cash secured put and my covered call calculator, click that second link in the description of today's video. Register for an upcoming Ark Options Strategy class, and I'll give this to you completely for free at the very end, guys. And remember, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. I'll see y'all tomorrow.